Okay, YouTube, sorry I've been away for so long. I've had nationals and a lot of things going on. I wanted to get my cages inside cleaned up like I told you last video once I got my pressure washer, and I have done that, and I kind of want to share that with you. But for now, we'll just start with these guys out here. This is Good Bar Moon Pie's litter. Probably can't see real well, I don't know. But she was an agouti, like that there, or this guy, and he's red. She was a agouti because her dad was Zero and mom was Milky Way. So I wanted to get a breeding in back to red with them. Got one tort out of the deal, 2 agoutis, and 4 reds. Decent reds, not too bad. And this is Smarty and Kit Kat's litter. They've already been weaned. There's 5 broken reds left. Beautiful broken reds. All nice, beautiful colors. She had 7 or 8 and they were all perfectly marked. One by one, a few kind of died. For whatever reason, popping out of the box, whatever. Over here, these are the weaning cages. I'm getting ready to wean a whole bunch of rabbits, so thought I'd show them to you while they're still with their mothers this round. And I'll take you over there. And Bucks and everybody. Did really good at nationals, had a wonderful time. Well, I'll tell you as we get to them. These 3 here are 3 red does that are from Payday and Gummy Bears. One of them's going to Iowa, 2 of them are going to stay here and start showing probably next month. Smarty and Andy's litter, these will be weaned today. She has 4 broken reds in here. She had a couple more, popped out, died, whatever. But these Charlies, these 2 Charlies are also hers. Sugar Baby's only had 3 with Rolo. So I put the Charlies with her to help release the pressure on this litter here. So when I wean them, they will all go together. That's a good thing about brokens and solids. Bazooka Joe and Snowcaps. Here's Snowcaps. Snowcaps, the other day I weighed her, she's like 12.5 pounds, or I'm sorry, she's 14 pounds. Kit Kat was like 12.5 pounds. But yeah, well, Snowcaps, they're only supposed to be 12. She went to 14 on me, so she's a monster. I bred her to Warhead, who's my smallest probably buck, this last time, and it was quite a trick getting her to hold for him because she's so much bigger than him, but I helped them out and they got the job done a few times, so that should be interesting. They popped out, what's it got here? Charlie and 4 nice broken reds. Obviously each litter had 1 or 2 die for whatever reason. And then she has a white there. Both of them are descendants of white, so they have 1 white. My son's going to show that. So that's the only white we have here. Zero has since passed away since my last video, I believe. And I believe Rolo too. And Kit Kat's gone. A lot of them just, you know, they got to move on for next space or pass away or whatever happens. These guys here, this is Laffy Taffy, beautiful red doe. She had a huge litter. She had 9 babies. She had 5 solids, and then these, I'm sorry, she had 4 solids and 5 beautiful red brokens. Right there. Got a little poop on him. We'll get that cleaned off. They're getting weaned today as well. There was 1 solid red that had an eye infection I couldn't get cleaned up, so we just went ahead and he got put down. And then you got, oh, these cages, as you can tell, are clean because I cleaned them with the pressure washer. They got blasted and sprayed down. I'll tell you what I did. I've always been disinfecting my cages with peroxide or bleach water. Both of those are oxidizers, which will rust your cage. And I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but we use rubbing alcohol for everything. Wiping ears for tattoos, whatever. So I took rubbing alcohol. Let Tonto yell at us. I took rubbing alcohol and I put them in a pump sprayer after I pressure washed everything, and then I pumped everything with alcohol. It was real easy with a pump sprayer, so I could just go in and spray it real quick. It evaporates like so fast if you know anything about rubbing alcohol. Everything gets disinfected that way. Nice and easy. Good Bar Charlie. She had 4, 2 heavy brokens and then 2 beautiful brokens. One of the heavy brokens was a runt. He got just kind of weak on me and he was dead one day out here in a cage for whatever reason. This here is Miss Trident. Trident is in Kit Kat's old cage. And Trident has, she's got a couple legs, couple wins. She has a best of breed win, best opposite sex breed, I believe. She's a beautiful little 6'8", doe. She's bred to icebreakers currently, so she's done showing most likely. Maybe this weekend if I don't think she's fully pregnant. This cage here will be going outside where all those weaning cages are, and I'm going to be getting one more stacker. I've said I've always been done with cages, but I'm getting one more stacker similar to this one. It will have a 3-foot by 2-foot top cage, and then it'll have 4 of my condo type sizes on the bottom, total holes, so 3 tiers, and that's going to go right here. And then this cage will go out there and be an extra weaning cage. So basically I'm adding 5 holes, adding a big weaning cage, and then 4 of my, sorry, that was a test on my pager. Got all kinds of noises going on. I apologize, but chickens are going crazy. So yeah, that cage is going to go outside. Whatchamacallit's going to be heading to Iowa to help a youth in her program. I bred her back to Milk Duds, a solid red. This litter is out of Smarty. If you know anything about whatchamacallit, her dad was broken caster, so she carries broken. So they got a couple nice brokens in there. Had a couple nice red solids, and then she's got what looks like 3 heavy brokens in there. I have a demand for heavy brokens, people that don't want to pay the premium price, so but they still want that broken gene. So it's nice to have them because then I can get rid of them quicker and younger for people that want my genetics. But you know, it's not always feasible for everybody to pay those nationally competitive prices. So this here is Hot Tamales, of course, and this is Hot Tamales litter with Good Bar. If you remember her last time breeding the Good Bar, she only had 1 baby that survived. So we got much more this time. They're all really nice looking guys. And then her last litter was with Payday, and I got a couple of them getting ready to show. We'll just stay over here. It's easier out of the sun. This here's Bit of Honey. Bit of Honey has like 7 or 8 legs on her. She has a best of breed leg as well, and she was the best 6'8" red at the New Zealand Nationals. So 6'8" red New Zealand, bucks and doe. She was the best one. She was first place in doe, and then she beat the buck for best overall 6'8". Then here is her full sister Red Vine. They are both bred and done showing most likely. They are full litter mates. Well, not litter mates, they're full breeding, same breeding, so full sisters to gummy bears. It's just an excellent breeding, so I got 3 of those sisters to keep that going. Well, we'll go over here. I know I'm driving you crazy, but I'm trying to get a lot in one video. These guys here are Payday and Charlie. I think I said Payday. Good Bar's this one here. This is Good Bar Charlie's litter. The only time she's been bred to anything else was Payday and Charlie, and that's these 2, and they are wonderful bodies. Payday is just an awesome buck. He has done wonderful for me, and he's won, like, he's up to 6 or 7 legs himself now since the last time I talked to you and I showed her. Rolo Sugar Babies. This is Sugar Babies. They only had 3 red ones, like I said, and then I added the 2 Charlies to help them out that time. She's been rebred to a buck I called Heath, and Heath is a grand champion buck that I raised up, showed up, got him granded, and then I sold him at Nationals. So he bred a couple of those for me, one of those being Hot Tamales, and the other one being Sugar Babies. So hopefully I get some good ones out of that line, because he was a really good buck. But sometimes you gotta sell really good stuff because you only got so much room for really good stuff. Gummy bears and her litter with Milk Duds. Super cute, super good looking color, good looking rabbits. So we'll see how they turn out. These are Milk Duds, I believe. Milk Duds really his first litter, so we'll see how his babies turn out. Okay, here's all my cages after being pressure washed and then disinfected with alcohol. You can see how clean they are. There's no hair between them. Everything's been blasted off, and I'll try to, if I remember, I'll try to get time to show you the pressure washer that I got, an electric one. That way I didn't have to mess with gas and oil, and it's just quiet and easy, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I did a lot of research trying to find the best thing I could, most pressure, and I'll try to fill you in with that. But we're already at 10 minutes here, so let's buzz through these guys. These are the new ones that are getting ready to show. A lot of these, all these are doing, not all of them. Well, I'll show you the ones that are still showing. This here's Bubblicious. She is a Miss K's doe of those 2 sisters. And out of Jawbreaker, I decided to keep her. The other one's going to Washington. I'll show you that here in a minute. This here is Jolly Rancher. Jolly Rancher's an awesome doe. She's already legged up for Grand Champion, and she's ready to be granded, but I decided to hold off on breeding her because I have so many red does. So I'm going to show her still through May, maybe June. I think through May. I'm going to breed her starting in June. I need her to land for 6/8. I can't remember where offhand, but Warhead and Andes. This is Andes and Warhead. See, this is a double Grand Champion breeding, and this doe is a young doe, and these are all young stuff that I just started showing. And she beat a whole bunch of older stuff, and she was only like 4 months old. So I've got a bunch of that going on. Same deal with this doe here. I believe this is yeah, it's Warhead and whatchamacallits. And then down here is a, let's see what are here, I think it's Good Bar and Sugar Babies. Yep. And this doe, she won a class, and then she won a class, and they're all, that was all at 4 months. Alright, and then this little Charlie in here, I'd have to look at her ear, but I think it's Warhead and Andes. The best Charlie doe I've raised in a long time. Really nice type when you get her out on a table. She's sharing this cage with this doe just because this is the only doe in that litter. So I'm just letting them share a cage until I get all these babies weaned, get my new holes, and then I can spread everybody out a little better. This doe here, Good Bar and Extra Strawberry. If you remember, Extra Strawberry is the one inside. She came from California. And this is the doe from that breeding. A little bit lighter, a little bit smutty on the ears. Hopefully some of that will clear up something. These two bucks here are her brothers. They are put together just for now. They will be separated to these two cages as soon as I let those rabbits there go. This is also their brother, and brother. See, they had 6 in that litter. I need to show them. I've got a waiting list for just her kits alone, just because she was the best junior at the ARBA convention, and I've got a waiting list for bucks and does out of just her, let alone not counting my regular waiting list for reds and broken reds. So that's kind of funny. So these guys all going to get shown, decide who's where for a while, other than my own opinion. Here we got two Good Bar and Sugar Babies does. They're just like the one I showed you previously down there, except they haven't been shown yet. They just weren't as nice as she was, and I didn't want to take a whole bunch of them that time. All these are going to be getting shown their first time. I can't really remember who this buck is. I have to look at his ear here. Yeah, Good Bar Sugar Babies. That's the only buck I believe out of that litter. A little bit lighter red, but he's the only buck out of it. They're all going to get showed their first time coming up here in May, and so we'll see how they all do. There's a couple does in here, and they are, hold on girl, Good Bar Sugar Babies. That's a pretty big litter. And okay, that's whatchamacallit and Andes. It's the same breeding as that red doe I just told you about, but the broken red that I told you how good she was, but she's really nice too. But anyway, all those juniors are going to be shown next month and then June, and then I'll get decided on them. That way all the ones that are out there weaned will have a place to go, because then the new babies being born got to go. It's just a constant cycle, always refreshing. This buck here, he was sold for nationals to a local here. He still hasn't picked him up yet. He is getting him. He can't wait to get him. This buck has had 2 legs put on him already. Just didn't expect them. They just happened here and there. So I'm going to show him at another show maybe this weekend, and then that show next month, when he's picking them up, maybe he'll pick up his 3rd leg for him. And then here we have the sister to Bubblicious that is going to Washington State. And this little buck here is a WK. So he's a Warhead and Kit Kat buck, and he is going with this doe as a breeding pair to the Washington State next week. So he done really well. His brother done really well. I just elected to keep York out of all those junior bucks that I had, and York is inside with the bucks. And it looks like I'll be making a separate video of that, and I'll show you all the bucks that are inside. But yeah, so here's, and maybe the pressure washer. So everything cleaned up really nice for the spring. Super happy about that. Got all these new rabbits getting ready to show, to include these guys and then the bucks inside that I haven't shown you. But Alright guys, I'll make another video on the bucks. Thanks.